Doug Gottlieb thinks WNBA expansion is a mistake, and it's not Caitlin Clark. Despite the Green Bay Phoenix head men's basketball coach claiming the Indiana Fever guard fixed her shot after he called out a flaw, the fact is that the two of them have issues with WNBA expansion. Well, Cunningham isn't against the W expanding. She just wanted the league to expand to more destination cities. We get it. Cleveland and Detroit aren't Miami and Nashville. But Cunningham also insisted that she never meant to disrespect the aforementioned major Midwestern cities. Gottlieb, meanwhile, urges caution. He believes the WNBA should slow down on expansion, even as the league enjoys unprecedented momentum. This is the WNBA that moved from big arenas to small arenas that had to have a salary cap, and they finally got it all under control, he said on his Fox Sports radio show. And they went from just hemorrhaging money every year and losing teams to, all right, they'd stabilize it. They still lost $40, 0 cents for the million last year as a league, but generally things are peaking up because of Caitlin Clark. I don't see it. I don't see the expansion of 4 teams. Make it so that all 14 teams are thriving. Less is more. Packed arenas. Look, whoever buys a franchise is going to have to throw in a bunch of money. That money will be spread around, so these owners that have been losing money are finally going to have some money in their pockets. But the game will become more watered down. More watered means, are there other good women's professional players? Yeah, but you know what else they are? They're also foreign-born, which means you're going to have no different than the NBA. You're going to have more foreign players, which are harder to relate to, don't draw nearly as many people, and they're not named Caitlin Clark. Does Gottlieb raise valid concerns about rapid WNBA expansion amid a league still navigating financial instability? Sure. The WNBA has definitely picked up steam, much of it thanks to the likes of Caitlin Clark, but the league is still losing money. The challenge will be finding the right balance between growth and stability so the league doesn't overextend itself. That being said, it'll be a gradual process that doesn't start until 2028. I'm not telling you that the WNBA can't start to go, hey, we got some leverage, let's get better and better deals. We got some people watching. Okay, but you got to build around Caitlin Clark, Gottlieb continued. And the second you water it down, maybe you make Caitlin Clark a bigger star because she's going against lesser competition, but more likely they're just more teams that people don't want to watch. The WNBA is buzzing with growth. Ratings are surging, arenas are filling, and a new wave of marketable stars, led by the likes of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Cameron Brink, are lighting up the league. Fans are energized. Media outlets are celebrating the WNBA boom, and League Commissioner Kathy Engelbert recently confirmed what many had hoped. Expansion is coming, but not everyone is on board. Enter Doug Gottlieb, the outspoken radio host and former basketball player turned media lightning rod who dropped a controversial take on his national show that stopped the celebration cold. Expanding the WNBA right now is a mistake, Gottlieb said bluntly. The league isn't ready. The talent pool is too thin, and the economics just don't justify adding more teams. It was the kind of remark that drew immediate backlash, and exactly the kind Gottlieb has never been afraid to make. The argument, growth versus stability. In Gottlieb's eyes, the excitement around the WNBA is real, but potentially fragile. He argues that a few transcendent players, Clark in particular, have generated a sugar high for the league that could lead to short-sighted decisions. You don't build a league on one hot draft class, he said. You build it on consistent, sustainable interest, depth of competition, and financial foundation. And right now, it's shaky. He points to existing teams that still struggle with attendance, broadcast visibility, and market identity. Let's be honest. Some of these teams are still playing in front of 2,000 fans in 10,000-seat arenas. How can you add more franchises when you haven't fixed the ones you have? Gottlieb's tone wasn't dismissive of women's basketball as a whole. He praised Clark and Reese repeatedly, but his position was clear. Slow down. Name 140 elite players. One of Gottlieb's most provocative points came when he questioned the league's depth. If you add 2 more teams, that's 24 new roster spots. That's 24 players pulled from a pool that's already cutting good talent. Are there really 140 elite-level players ready to compete in the W right now? I'm not convinced. He cited how many recent first-round draft picks don't make final rosters, and how even college stars get cut within weeks. You're expanding a league where even top-tier NCAA players don't last the season. That's not how you build long-term success. To Gottlieb, the WNBA is in its most vulnerable moment. Wildly visible, finally profitable in parts, but still struggling to translate viral moments into league-wide stability. Backlash from fans and players. The reaction to Gottlieb's remarks was swift and fiery. Social media lit up with WNBA fans calling him out for gatekeeping the growth of women's sports. Several former players called his take lazy and outdated. Brianna Stewart tweeted, "Funny how people who've never played a minute of WNBA basketball know what's best for the league. We're ready." Angel Reese took to Instagram stories to post, "Expansion is what we've been fighting for. Keep watching us prove people wrong." Even analysts like Monica McNutt and Chini Agwamike weighed in, pointing out that every pro league has growing pains, and that waiting for perfection is how opportunities die. Gottlieb doubles down, but if anyone expected Gottlieb to backtrack, they don't know Doug. On the next day's show, he addressed the criticism directly. "I'm not hating on the WNBA, I'm trying to protect it. There's real momentum right now. My point is, don't overpromise. Don't let hype push you into decisions you can't afford to reverse." He also invited WNBA players and fans to debate him on air, offering a platform for a deeper conversation rather than a Twitter war. "I love the game. I love watching Caitlin Clark pull up from 30, but a few full arenas don't mean the entire league is thriving. Let's make it thrive before we stretch it too thin." Beneath the criticism, a cautionary tale. Interestingly, Gottlieb referenced the rapid rise and fall of other leagues as cautionary examples. The old ABL, American Basketball League, that once competed with the WNBA, the XFL, even the original USFL. Every one of those leagues had flash, some even had fans, but they moved too fast, too big, and they collapsed under the weight of expectations. Gottlieb's core fear isn't that the WNBA can't expand, but that it will expand for the wrong reasons. Public pressure, media momentum, and the false security of short-term buzz. The real debate, what kind of growth? At the heart of Gottlieb's argument is an important question, even if it's unpopular. What kind of growth does the WNBA need most? Is it more teams or more investment in the current ones? Is it deeper rosters or better pay and resources for existing players? Is it more cities on the map or more fans in the stands? Final word. Controversial, but not unfounded, Doug Gottlieb has always been polarizing. But even his harshest critics might concede that his argument isn't entirely baseless. It's just lacking nuance and empathy. Yes, the WNBA is still fighting for legitimacy in many corners of sports media. Yes, the players deserve more. Yes, expansion can work. But Gottlieb's point isn't about denying progress. It's about pacing it. You don't bet the whole house on a hot streak, he said. You build slow, brick by brick. So when the buzz dies down, the foundation's still solid. Whether he's right or wrong, one thing is clear. The debate about WNBA expansion isn't just about basketball. It's about strategy, sustainability, and who gets to shape the future of the game.